Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. For the new ones, my name is Danza and in this channel I'm sharing with you my everyday life, and today's video is about my first HYROX experience. I would like to share you from the beginning, so the first time I heard about HYROX till the end, and by that I mean right now that I'm sitting here and talking to you. And yeah, I will be splitting this video in chapters, so the most curious part you can skip and go to that, or maybe if you like you can watch the whole video. And before starting, huge disclaimer, this is not a guideline, I'm not a professional, it's just someone who did their first HYROX and would like to share their experience with you guys. And with that, let's get started with the video. So, how did I heard about HYROX? Yeah, last year a friend of mine mentioned like HYROX and I didn't think that much. I thought it was like something climbing on the mountain because I thought it's the word high and rocks. And yeah, after a while I heard like how she's training for that, and I was like, that made me a little bit suspicious, and I started Googling and looking on social media, and then I saw that my first way of thinking was completely wrong and that it is completely different than my imagination has been. That's how I first got in touch with it, but that was it. I didn't think any further about it. And yeah, maybe you saw on my TikTok last year, I went on a run, which was Wings for Life. And that was for me kind of a sport challenge, which led me to going regularly to the gym and having the motivation for sport. And after this event, I was like, I would like to have another challenge, maybe like physical goal. So I have still the motivation and the goal to go regularly to the gym, being active and also challenging myself. And that's when HYROX came up to my mind, and I was like, why not trying that? I was a little bit scared because looking at social media, I thought I wasn't physically able to do that. But still, I was like, trying to get out of your comfort zone, trying new things, why not? And the first event in Switzerland was in October, but sadly I was on holiday, so I wasn't that much online. So when they like opened the ticket selling, I wasn't there, and after I was online, the tickets were already sold out for women single. And yeah, so I couldn't participate in October. And I was like, that was it. That showed me that I really wanted to do that. So I was like, the next event that was taking place in Switzerland, I'm gonna sign in and I'm gonna do everything to get a ticket, which was on January in St. Gallen, and gladly I had a ticket for it. And yeah, with that I started my HYROX journey. And first of all, I didn't have any clue. I also didn't know how to start, which routine should I take on. And yeah, I did a lot of research on the internet. I also on social media and all that kind of stuff. And all this I tried to combine and do a training plan. And yeah, I was actually mainly focused on cardio because strength, it was some kind of way there, but cardio, it isn't something I like, so I was more focused on that. And I was doing my routine, and then I got an email from the HYROX team if I would like to be the judge in October. And I was like, why not? I can experience the HYROX live. I can also be close to the team, the competitors, and all that kind of stuff, and just getting like a glimpse of what it is to be there and how the atmosphere and all that kind of stuff is. So I went there, I was a judge, and it was pretty cool. I really enjoyed the atmosphere, the supporting, the love, and all that kind of stuff. But that also showed me what actually you have to be participating, and also so you can finish HYROX. And I had to change my plan of training. So in my gym there are coaches, so I got a coach there to show me which exercises I have to do so I'm best prepared for HYROX. And also I found on the internet, I think someone who did it, and he did like a training plan, which I will put down in the description if I find it. And yeah, with that I was like fully energized and going like 100% in and doing everything. So I keep on being prepared for that. I had a few challenges on my way. The first one was my fitness didn't have some equipment for the HYROX, so we didn't have the sled for push and pull, and I had to do other exercises and also the wall balls. We had like a ball, but not the one that you would have on the HYROX. And yeah, that was a kind of challenge. And also in November I had issues with my health and my lungs weren't that good. So as I went to the doctor, he told me that I had to be like for 3 weeks in bed and not doing anything. I was like taking care of my health, so I was 3 weeks in bed not doing anything. That pushed me back from my goal to be in that kind of physical shape as I would wish for to be when participating HYROX. And after that, actually I started not from zero, I started from minus, because not being able to move, not doing anything, just laying in the bed is really not that good. And after that, December was knocking on door, and something I really underestimated is that on December there are a lot of things. So Christmas, New Year, family, friends, and also the gym isn't working that long as normally. And because of that, I had those challenges and I couldn't prepare as I wished for. And yeah, my priorities were actually celebrating Christmas, being with my friends. So I wasn't actually taking my fitness goals that serious. But I was like, after New Year, I will try to get in a better shape, so at least I can participate. After New Year, I got a stomach virus, which, yeah, pushed me further back. And I had also to take care of my health issue and to just get back to normal. And as I was getting healthy, there were just like 2 weeks or 10 days left till HYROX. And I made the decision that I won't be going to the gym because I knew I would put so much pressure on myself that I will be working out so much more just to time that I lost to get them back. That would be not that good. So I was like, instead of breaking my body, I will just take long walks, being some kind of physical active in the best way I can, and then go participating on HYROX. I have to say, like, few days before HYROX, I was really nervous. I was like, how should I go there? I didn't even train. I am not in the physical shape as I wish I would be. Everyone will stare at me and laugh at me like, yeah, someone who's not prepared at all and goes to HYROX. And I also was thinking maybe on the first station I had to quit because I wasn't prepared at all. And gladly, actually, a friend of mine, she asked to join me and to go with me, to support me. And first of all, I wasn't happy with that idea. I was like, you know, I'm in such bad conditions and I don't know what I will be doing on HYROX. And it's just embarrassing for me to see someone looking at me how I'm fail. I don't know if that's good, and you will be losing time by seeing nothing, just me breaking down. And I also was scared that that would put more pressure on myself and I would break more. But she was like, you know, wanted that, so you are going, you don't have to put any pressure. And to say here, I had a ticket, and I actually, when I bought a ticket, I chose a ticket which I cannot refund, because back then I was thinking, if I cannot refund my ticket, I will take it serious, I will not step back, and I will do that. So that was another point which led me to that I had to go there. And she was like, you are in that situation, go, try your best, and you can quit in any time you want. So you don't have to push. No one will push you, no one will tell you something. Just go and see it for yourself. And since you have the ticket, you can make your first impression about HYROX, and you may know how it is going, so next time you can be better prepared. And that actually helped me a lot, so big shout out to my friend. And she also took her friend with me, which, yeah, I was like, is that a good idea? Because I'm really not prepared and I don't want to like disappoint anyone with my bad performance. But she was like, no one is judging you, go there, do your best and don't stress. So that's what happened. And actually I thought my situation could not get any worse, but the evening before the race day I got my period, and I was like, oh no, because having my period, that means having cramps and pain. And I was like, what should I do? But I don't know, I was like, my friends were coming and I already packed and everything. And yeah, it was like, for me, I don't know, I didn't think twice. I was like, I'm going there. And yeah, so the next morning, like the competition day, I woke up early. I made sure I have like a good breakfast. Also, my friend wrote me to take my gill patches with me, which also thank you for reminding me that, because I wasn't thinking of that. And yeah, I didn't have that much sleep because the night before I was so much overthinking that I felt very late asleep. So I don't know, I think in total I had like 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But yeah, I went to train station, on the train, and actually the ride from Zug to St. Gallen, I was quite nervous. I don't know why. Actually, everything went through my mind, what possibly could go through your mind. Like, yeah, how it will look like, how will I participate, what should I be looking at, what should I be avoiding, and all that. And actually, I was very happy that I had those friends with me, because they made sure I ate something, they made sure I drank enough water, and I wasn't thinking, because I was, I don't know, in that space. And yeah, so after that we were in St. Gallen, and I swear to God, the first step I made in St. Gallen, my anxiety flew away. I don't know what it was, but before I was really nervous, but after that I wasn't at all. I was like, okay, let's see where it's taking place on to get there, and all that kind of stuff. And as we got there, I actually thought 1 hour before start was more than enough to be taking care of everything, like check in, going to the bathroom, give them my stuff, and to prepare actually myself. I was completely wrong, because the 1 hour flew away very fast, and I was really in a hurry. I have to say again, thanks to my friends, they took care of me, so I was actually a bit quicker. I also already wore my sportswear, so that's also. And one of my friends actually made me the braids on my head, which gave me some extra boost, and it makes me feel like pretty. And yeah, I wasn't thinking of that, but that was like an extra boost. And yeah, I got like my bracelets and my number. I put the bag where you can give them to them. I went to bathroom, I had my braids, and then it was time to go on the starting line. And here also I didn't inform myself that well, so when it was like time to go on the starting line, I didn't knew where actually to enter, so I can go there where I have to be. So I lost myself, and the time was tight, so I was in a hurry. I don't know, I ran around, and at the end I was at the right place. So that was like my little warm-up. And then it got serious. I was in this cabin, and we had like the television counting down. And yeah, I was like, oh my God, it's actually real. I'm here. And as the countdown was on 10, so all the other women around me, they were like, you got that, we are strong, we will finish it. And everyone was applauding. And just that support, really amazing, 10 out of 10. And then it was the time to start. And I was very energized, so actually I could run faster, and I did that. But in one moment I was like, no, hold yourself back, because there is a long way to go, and we have like to split the energy so we can finish, and not like put everything in one part and then be like low on energy at the end. So I did my rounds. I did my first station, then second and third station, which you may actually saw on social media. It was like ski erg, then sled push, then sled pull, and afterwards it were burpees. And yeah, like every station, all the judges were so supportive. They were strict, so they want you to do the exercises correctly, but still they are very supportive, very nice. And also if they see like you're on your limit, which I was in a few moments, they give you also the space, so they don't put pressure on you. And after each station, there were like water station or drinking station, and you can get as much water or other stuff as you want, which was really good. Even though I drank very much, really literally very much, I still was dehydrated, because it is hard what you are doing, and your body has to give a lot. So yeah, and the burpees actually were harder for me, and after that I was very lucky to have my gel patches in my sports pants, so I needed that because my energy was like falling down, and after the gel patch I was like recovering, so that was really good. And the next station was like rowing, and that was like better than burpees. I could recover. And yeah, after that there were farmers carrier, and actually they were not that hard. The only problem I had here is that my pocket was on the side, so my gel patches that I put in were on the side, and with carrying those two farmers carrier like left and right and having those gel patches, I couldn't walk like normally, and in one point I was like shaking, and I don't know what I actually did. I just felt something, and from the one to the other moment I couldn't walk properly on my left side. It wasn't like that bad that I couldn't participate anymore. I just felt something, and I don't know what it was. So I walked down those rounds. I didn't run because I was scared because what I felt on my left side. And then there were lunges, and actually I was really at my limit, and I did like 2-3 lunges, and then I was like, I don't know how I can go on. I'm really on my limits. I feel how my body is on a surviving mode, and I cannot do the exercises correctly. I was like really having a hard time to get up, and in one moment I felt my left side again, and there's like, I don't know, but you know David Goggins, and I was literally like, maybe in his mind I was like, do one more, show it to you, don't give up. And I did one more, and then I took a break, and I did one more, and then I was halfway through, and I was like, you did it halfway to the other, we will continue till you not fall down, you will going. And to be clear here, I took myself time if I felt I was low on my energy, but I still kept on going. So I always listened to my body, and yeah, I did that. And then it was time for the last run and for the wall ball. And as I was running, I saw I had extra 11 minutes. I don't know where did I get them from, because I have to say at a certain point my body was so tired that even though what I had in mind or the controls I give from my brain to my body weren't that clear or good, because my body was so tired, it was just doing something to continue. I wasn't in full control with my mind and body. And yeah, I actually would like to know what I did wrong, but yeah, still it is how it is. And then I got to the wall balls, and I have to say, I mentioned it earlier, I had a gym which didn't have the equipment for HYROX, so one of them were wall balls. Even though I trained somehow for the wall balls. It's a completely other experience with the real ones. And also after doing all those stations, doing the wall balls, it's also a completely different experience. So being there, I tried like 10 and they were wrong. I think I didn't catch the X mark, and a few times I didn't go that much down as I had to, and that frustrated me because I was really on my low. I had pains, my body wasn't listening to me, and I was really on my last limit. And you saw like it's still 0, it's not moving on, and I was like, how will I get this 100? Because I wasn't seeing that. And yeah, there in that point my friends supported me very much. The judges also tried to help me, to give me advice, but as I said, in this moment my body was so tired, I had no control. I was just trying to do something, and I did 1, then 2nd, then 3rd, and it took very long time. I did enough breaks, but to be honest, after I think the 60 wall ball, I didn't count anymore. I was just doing it, and in one moment the judge was saying like, you're on your 99, so 1 more and you're finished. And I was like in such a disbelief, but I was like, I'm gonna do the last one. And I tried, I failed, and the next one was a catch. So I did my 100 wall ball, and then it was time to go on the finish line, and I actually wanted like to do a little sprint or to do a jump at the end, I don't know, something like that, but my body was so tired that I walked really slowly, step by step, and got to the platform. I will blend in the picture. You can see I'm in such a disbelief that I really did it. And at that moment after it, I think everything that my body was holding back came to me. So I felt tired, my muscles were sore and burning, and because it is a platform, to get down you have to take like 2 steps down, and the persons there who are actually, I will show you, give you this one. I was like calling her and asking if she could help me to get those 2 steps down, because I felt that my body and muscles were like game over and I was scared to fall on my face. So thanks for her to helping me down. And yeah, they were like, everything okay? I just felt I have like to move slowly and not to be still, otherwise I will be like crashing down. And yeah, at that like last station there were water and I think some snacks, and there was a photo station, which also the photo I'm blending in. I think I finished my HYROX about 4 hours. Yeah, I was so happy and grateful, and having my friends there to share with them my experience and my achievement made the happiness even bigger. So sharing your happiness is like multiplying your happiness. And yeah, I was very happy. I was also in a disbelief. I was like, no way I did it. But I did it, and afterwards we were to McDonald's and I just ate something and drank something, but I couldn't finish because I don't know, my whole body and my mind were like up and down and confused. And yeah, I went back home that evening. I also went out with my friends for a girls' evening, and yeah, I felt like my muscles were tired and sore, but not that much. The next day was actually okay. I felt the tiredness of my muscles and that I had like some issues to walk and sit down and stand up. It was manageable, as you saw on my vlog that I went on a solo date to the cinema. But the second day, I have to say, that day was the hardest. I couldn't move at all. I didn't even could turn around in my bed. That much my muscles were sore and burning and everything hurted, and I really had to have like my family helping me to just get up or sit down. And yeah, the second day was the worst of all, and that is where I felt actually what my body had to give to achieve HYROX. And yeah, I had also Friday like medical checkup, but it wasn't combined with HYROX. It was like two complete different. But I had a blood test, and there they saw my liver values were very high. And after like talking to the doctor, she said to me that actually it is because of my muscle soreness and all that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly, so I'm not going deep into it. But what I actually would like to say, there it showed me how much my body was still recovering from the shock that I actually give it to my body because of the HYROX. And yeah, it was crazy. I think even a week after HYROX, I still, like, I felt better, but I still felt like my body needed recovery, and I had to step a step back from everything and just focus on recovering and yeah, listening to my body and not forcing anything. And I think now it's like 8-9 days after the HYROX, I feel much better. I can move without pain, and yeah, I didn't start going to the gym. I will do that next week because I just want still to move slowly, and then going to gym and forcing or just doing sport. I just want to give my body some extra recovery because it was a huge shock, and I just would going step by step back to the routine and rather slowly than yeah, being too early onto something and damaging my body. And yeah, also after the HYROX, because I had like these bracelets, I wore them actually 1 week after the HYROX because it gave me so much confidence. And you know, just to reminding, I looked at my wrist and I was like, oh, I did my HYROX, and it gave me actually last week to step more out of my comfort zone, trying new things and believe in myself. And yeah, what I also like to mention is I really enjoyed the atmosphere and the support from everyone, like from the other competitors, from the judges, from the superiors, like my friends and others. There were like people holding a poster like with so cute messages. The one I actually have in mind, one was having like the mushroom from Mario and was standing like tap on me for the extra boost, which really gave me extra boost to see that message and to see that support. Also the love, I really loved that everyone there was like supporting everyone. There was like so many lovely positive vibes which make the event even more special and beautiful. And that's why the next thing I will be surely competing once again for the HYROX. This year I will probably be judge and not a competitor, but maybe next year. If it will be Switzerland or a different country, I don't know yet. We will see. But surely I will be more prepared. I will go to the gym, and maybe the last 3 months before the race I will look up for a gym which has like HYROX equipment, so I can be better prepared what's coming onto me. And also I will try my best to be good on my health condition, but that's something we will see during my HYROX preparation. Yeah, with that, all over, HYROX gave me so much. Even though I wasn't prepared, I manifested every day. I imagined how I would actually finish HYROX, which I did. It's amazing. So it gave me the belief in manifesting and showed me how to do. Also, it gave me a great portion of confidence. It also taught me when something hard, or if you are like nearly quitting, to like give the last push and try, and to see if you can go on. And yeah, to believe in yourself, to be there for yourself, to be also your biggest cheerleader, and also to know where are your strengths and your weaknesses, and also where your limit is, to listen to your body. And yeah, that's what I'm taking from my first HYROX experience. And with that, I hope you have some new views from HYROX through this video. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave a comment if you ever had a HYROX experience, or you would like to do any kind of experience, or you got touched with it in some kind of way. I would really like to know. And yeah, we are coming to end of this video. Thanks for watching. Be smart, be sweet, and be yourself.